What's up, guys? Eric here, Driveline, World's Okay, steering wheel holder. Trying to boot up. The sun's going down, and I'm waking up, and my schedule is still quite screwed up. It's just been screwed up a couple days, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go take a shower, and then I gotta go get a couple things done on the truck, and then I gotta get out of here because I've got a load that I didn't want to give up. My plan was to drop the load here at Springfield and go to the dealership and get a few things taken care of. But the dealership stuff's going to have to wait because I ain't giving this load up. I'm not going to give this load up and then just sit here for 2 days waiting for whatever gets thrown at me. You know what I mean? So in this video, I'm about to get out and try to use what little light I have to go find you guys a 26 Peterbilt to tour and look at, hopefully. I'm parked right by the trucks. I'm out here. This is where I try to park, out here by the fountain. Get some peace and quiet. So the new trucks are right there next to me. So I'm going to go see if I can find one for you guys. But I was really thrown off when Prime put out their video tour of the 26 Peterbilt with the Peterbilt reps because it was mentioned that the wheelbase was shorter. And that really kind of caught me off guard. It's like, what do you mean the wheelbase is shorter? Well, we're going to get into that in this video, but I think they ruined the Peterbilt. I knew it was going to be substantial, but I didn't know how bad it was going to be until I got to Prime today and saw several 26 Peterbilts floating around. I mean, there must be a rush of them coming in because I saw probably 3 or 4 of them just coming through inbound. They look ridiculous. I'm sorry to anyone who's got a 26 Peterbilt, and I'm sorry to... They just look ridiculous. They just do. So hopefully I can find one. I'll give you guys a look at it and we'll go from there. Be right back. All right, I just started looking. I haven't found a Peterbilt yet. I'm sure I'll find one, but I did find this Kenworth right here. So, and it is unlocked, so we're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look inside. Now, this is the first time I've ever been in a Kenworth. So let's jump inside. Let's jump inside and take a look. One thing I did want to note, where the hell do you... fuel cap's back there in the Kenworth. That's kind of weird. But I do like this stuff right here. This looks really nice. You've got your hood latch right here instead of up in here somewhere. So this is all nice and sleek, and the hood latch is right here. I do kind of like that. I don't know if we're... So, kind of stepping up into here. Probably not going to have any... Oh, I should have brought one of my lights. Because I don't think where are the lights in this thing? I don't think it's got... I think the cutoff switch is off. You probably ain't going to be able to see much. Damn it, why did I not bring my light? Cabinet. There's not really... Does have this little ledge here, which I assume is also, yeah, this is, I don't think there's a ladder on the bed. So this is going to be your ladder, I believe. Excuse me. And it's got the big section for the refrigerator, microwave. I don't know, these things don't... This storage seems worse than the Peterbilt, to be honest with you. Oh my God, this is a tiny old thing. Boy, the storage in the Kenworth. looks really bad. It does have this deep, area on both the tops. They are usable. They're pretty deep. Everything up here looks okay. I don't know, guys. I'm not really super impressed by this, if I'm being honest with you. This CB. Yeah, I'm not really impressed. There's no digital system up here like the Peterbilt has. The knobs are way down here. That's like way down. Boy, if you've got anything you're storing down here, these knobs might get in the way. I'm not a fan of it. Don't have anything for or against the Kenworth. I think they look pretty good, but this is unremarkable to me. Now maybe this is the way Prime specs them, but it's pretty unremarkable. It's only got that little tiny light up there too. All right, this video ain't about Kenworth. Let's go. Okay, there's definitely a bunch of them over here. If I get inside one, I think I'm gonna go to maybe that one over there because the light's coming this way and I forgot to bring my light with me. But here's the 26 Peterbilt. Now, if you've never driven a Peterbilt, you probably don't notice this, but I have a Peterbilt and I've driven a Pete for a few years, couple years. I notice it right away, and it's the biggest deal to me. It's short as hell. It's stubby. I mean, it's short and stubby, guys. Let's see if you can see it from this angle. I'm sure you Pete guys will notice it. So, two of the biggest changes they made outside are, on one, they moved the fuel cap from back here to right here. I can see that kind of making sense in like some fuel islands just don't really. You have to park weird in order to get the fuel pump to work for right here and the DEF. But one thing I did like about fueling back here is that you never had to worry about the pumps coming out of the tanks, which the Freightliner, I have to lock the nozzle onto the fairing right here to keep the high flows from pushing the nozzle out of the tank. But anyway, so you notice something right here. They dropped the wheelbase on, and I don't know if this is just for Prime spec Peterbilts or if this is the direction Peterbilt went. They dropped the wheelbase from 238 to 228. Now, some of you might say, okay, well, it's about a foot shorter. It's not really a big deal. Man, I'm telling you, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. First of all, and I saw one with a trailer and the reefer was right up in here like it sits with a Freightliner. So those of you with 25 or older Peterbilts, you know that you get a lot more space between the front of the reefer and the back of the sleeper. Your catwalk is you just got a lot more space back there. You lose that. Now it's just like a Freightliner. And then, of course, one of the bigger things is I would think you're going to lose a lot of the smoother ride that comes with that longer wheelbase. You're losing about a foot in wheelbase. All the suspension looks the same to me. This might be a little bit different, but it's all, so it's still got all the good, that all looks the same, but man, it's hard to tell when I can't look at it directly sideways like I could when I was on the inbound. But if you're a Peterbilt guy, you'll know, or gal, you'll notice. Is this a new one right here? There's one over there that's got a, no, that one's not. Okay, well this one's not new, so let's see if we can look at, you could tell right away. This is the 238 wheelbase. You can definitely tell it just looks longer, and it's got that elegant, longer, bigger Peterbilt truck look. Whereas you come over to one of the new ones, look at stubby. Oh, that's just annoying. Still got the nice Peterbilt doors, which I love and miss that. Is there anybody in here? How you doing? Huh? All right, sorry about that, guys. I ended up talking to a dude who was least purchasing a brand new Peterbilt. He walked up to me and was talking to me. But anyway, so I put the lights on this one. Man, there's just so much more elegance to it, you guys. The Kenworth doesn't have this just more elegant dash. And now that I'm back in a Pete, which I haven't been here in a long time, I'm reminded that there really isn't a whole lot more storage. So this one is spec'd pretty standard for a Peterbilt. I miss this so much. I miss this. I love that table and the cup holders, the actual usable space right here. Definitely miss that. And then I think you can spec them now with a bigger fridge, and it's just got the slightly bigger bed area. I love, aside from the storage issue, I just love the inside of a Peterbilt so much more than a Freightliner. But nothing really, I mean, I'm surprised that there's just not really any noticeable difference inside from a truck 4 years ago. They've really made just no changes in here. This is for you Freightliner guys that have never driven a Peterbilt. This vent right here, this vent right here, that vent right there, and that vent right there are game changers. I better turn this thing off. I don't know if its battery's going dead because I don't think it has an APU on it yet. But anyway, those vents back there, you guys, make it so that the AC actually is meaningful for whoever's living upstairs. I do miss Peterbilt, man. In terms of the interior, absolutely nothing has changed, but it's still classy as fuck. All right, so anyway, I think the shorter wheel, and I was talking to him about it, and he's like, yeah, but the fuel mileage, and he's right. I bet they're going to be very efficient because you're taking away a lot of the resistance between the, between your drives and the steers, where there's fairings pretty much the whole way, and you're also taking out a lot of potential wind resistance between the front of the trailer and the back of the sleeper. But man, one of the biggest, I think the biggest draw of the Peterbilt is its smoother ride. And it's possible that that's kind of being, that's going to be, that's going to be a problem. Also, another thing is with a longer wheelbase, what I found, me personally, took a little adjusting and getting used to. But what I found is that the longer wheelbase made for a much more elegant backing experience. I know I'm saying elegant a lot, and that's because being a guy who has Peterbilt and Freightliner trucks, Peterbilt is just a more elegant ride. It's like a Freightliner is just a utility. It's a work truck, and it's very good at that. Very efficient. easy to keep maintained, up and running, but it's not elegant. It's just utility and work. With the Peterbilt, it's like there's some class with it. You know, it just feels more elegant. It feels more elegant in the way it drives. Feels more elegant in just your living, your lifestyle inside the truck, and the way it backs up. Like I said, it takes a little bit of an adjustment to get used to that, but once you get used to it, backing up a Peterbilt is incredible. So I think they probably just strictly for fuel economy ruined one of the biggest attractions to a Peterbilt for me, and that's that longer wheelbase for the smoother ride, better backing, more room between the trailer and the back of the sleeper. And they just look better, man. They look better when they're just a longer, bigger looking truck. Like Peterbilts just look longer and bigger, and they don't now. I challenge you guys, when you come here and you see one of those 26s, just look, it's stubby. It looks weird because it's got the big Peterbilt, you know, body, but this stubby little chassis. It's weird. I guess we'll all get used to it, but man, God, so many changes, you guys, so many changes. Anyway, I gotta go get my mail. I gotta get a shower, get some coffee, then run over and get some things taken care of at the shop, then go get my loaded trailer, which I brought here, and get on the way. So, I guys, appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I try to do videos probably every other day. Sometimes I'll have a bit of a gap, but I stay pretty active on here. And half the people who watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you hit that. It's free, easy, and would love to have you. So be safe, make good decisions, always drive, thrive. Talk to y'all soon.